Hey everyone, I'm Ben Garrison, technical moderator and knowledge manager at Zscaler Zenith Community. And if you're a network operations or service desk professional looking for better ways to monitor or secure your network, or you're wishing to learn more about outages and how others are mitigating those impacts, we're going to discuss how Zscaler and the Zenith Community can help you. I'm joined by Rohit Goyal, Director of Product Marketing for Zscaler's digital experience. He is located in San Jose, California, and has been at Zscaler for nearly a year. I get the pleasure to not only introduce Rohit to the community, but I also get to do some tech talk with him regarding network monitoring and how most tools fail within secure environments. So Rohit, welcome. Thanks for hanging out today. Maybe you can tell us a little bit more about your experiences and what you do here at Zscaler. I know the community is dying and would love to hear your story.
Awesome. Thanks for having me. Appreciate it. So quick background on myself. For 2 decades, I've had experience in the technology industry, and really it was focused around security, storage, compute infrastructure. And the first half of that was really on the IT side. I was a systems, administrator. Then I focused a lot more on network engineering for large financials. I managed networks for medium-sized law firms. And then my second half of my career, I really shifted around to thinking about how I can help IT teams solve issues faster using great technology. And the big part of it was, a driving factor for me, thinking about how I would constantly get paged because there was some sort of alert and I didn't know if it was like real or not. So I was looking for better insights. And when I saw this opportunity with Zscaler, I thought it was great because it's all around go-to-market strategies and bringing in real-world examples to help customers understand how they can have a better life using digital experience monitoring.
Yeah, it's awesome. I've been there. That 1 o'clock in the morning phone call from the monitoring service and saying, "Hey, there was an outage, and you have to go update the status page." Great, thanks.
We get it.
So that's awesome. Thanks for that. Now, you've been kind of busy. I know that you've also been writing some blogs, some outage blogs, and your most recent one was on a Microsoft Outlook outage. Maybe you could talk a little bit more about the purpose of these blogs and what prompts these articles.
Yeah, sure. These blogs are really trying to be informative about recent application outages and how our customers are benefiting from being able to quickly identify issues. Really thinking about those network operations and service desk teams and trying to reduce those the alert fatigue that they get and being able to quickly triage using a easy to use tool. In the blogs, what we do is we walk through troubleshooting using ZDX. It's really easy, actually. It basically has like a step-by-step flow where you can actually get to the root cause quickly. And what we did is we made it even easier for folks because typically when you're troubleshooting an environment, there's devices, there's networks, there's applications, and we put in this easy button. It utilizes AI on the back end to be able to quickly point you to where the issue is. And with ZDX, we were able to quickly identify there was an issue between 2 Microsoft routers. And it makes troubleshooting a lot easier. So those service desk teams can actually start to answer these questions about like where these issues are, without having to escalate. And that really alleviates those network operations teams from having to dive into every single issue that comes up.
Saving time, saving money potentially. Right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. That's awesome. I know the community would love to see more about this and read more of the blogs. And I think we can do some really cool things on the community to help spark a bit of conversation and awareness around these events, and specifically how to mitigate those outages and those situations. So I look forward to seeing more about that. Now, you mentioned that you are working with ZDX, and I know we want to talk a little bit about monitoring. Right.
Yeah.
So specifically around how current tools that's in the market seem to fail within secure environments. What are some reasons that organizations are looking for better network monitoring within their secure networks?
Yeah. So as enterprises move towards secure digital transformation and when you combine that with work from anywhere initiatives, their existing monitoring tools really aren't sufficient. And they start to lose visibility because they're looking into these home networks, local ISPs, and then they have to look into the zero trust environments. And there's really three scenarios. One is like direct to SaaS apps. That's where you have like these home network challenges. There's another environment where you're doing like secure SaaS apps. Again, you'll have those home network challenges, but you lose visibility into zero trust environments. And then the third is really around the private applications and accessing those securely as well. But that just makes it even harder because now you've got all those pieces I just talked about with the home, and looking into those zero trust environments, and you really start to lose that visibility across it because IT doesn't typically own those home networks. And into the zero trust environments, their monitoring tools break. So what we do, is we want to have that really, really good balance between, achieving amazing security with zero trust, but being able to monitor that with tools that actually work.
You mentioned a couple of different scenarios that people could be accessing applications, the three of them. What are some of the major challenges that support or IT teams are faced with within those scenarios?
Yeah, so in that hybrid world, network teams don't really own the connectivity between the device and the application, whether it's SaaS or private, right? And it makes troubleshooting really hard. For example, if a help desk, gets a call reporting in that Zoom isn't working, that's really not enough information to go figure out what the problem is. Because maybe it's something as simple as, hey, your Wi-Fi at your home is really the root cause. So maybe you should move closer to that Wi-Fi point, right? So being able to, troubleshoot and be able to quickly solve it, that's the key to this.
Yeah. The time to resolution, right? Those are always some key terms that people always want to focus in on. So now I know that I would assume that that Zscaler has a solution for these scenarios and challenges.
Yep.
Right. So what maybe you could tell us a bit more about that and how we can help out.
Yeah, sure. Zscaler has a solution called Zscaler Digital Experience. And the idea behind it is to basically, help users or, get to work faster, get back to work faster, especially when they have trouble, when they're remote, or maybe when they're in the office. Users are really dynamic these days. And what we're seeing is that, they want everything to work fast. They want it to work seamless. And Zscaler has amazing solutions to be able to help you, get that secure connectivity to your application. But in terms of operationalizing it, we want to make sure we help those service desk and network operations teams actually start to, operationalize their environment a lot faster. And with that, you really need that visibility. And you need that visibility from each one of the end users all the way up to the application. And the big challenge we see with customer environments is that they don't know if this is like a global issue, when they get a ticket in, or they don't know if it's a regional issue. They don't know if it's an issue with just that one user or that one laptop. But they need a solution to be able to quickly identify where that issue is, so that they don't have to burden the rest of the IT team.
Yeah, that's awesome. And I know that all the things that we just covered today, which is a lot, can be found in an ebook that you wrote. Is that right?
Yeah. I had fun writing this ebook, talking about those different scenarios and bringing in real world examples on troubleshooting, so that you can actually start to see how quickly you can actually get to root causes without having to spend too much time. The goal is to really think about your environment and if you have the best tools to be successful in your job. Right? We want to reduce that overall time to resolution with intelligent insights and empower that service desk and network operations team so that they're successful.
Love it. That's awesome. I know I always really enjoy reading ebooks. I know, sounds weird, but they're usually really short and easy to consume, and they are just jam-packed with a lot of knowledge, and I love that, right? Give me what I want up front without all the other fluff, and just give me the information. So, but thanks so much, Rohit, for hanging out today, and I look forward to hearing more about how we at Zscaler are helping organizations monitor and mitigate outages.
Love it. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. So we'll have a link to the ebook in the video description. And if you're watching this on the Zenith community, I will be sure to include a link to the ebook as well as Rohit's outage blog. So please come ask questions and engage in the conversation. Come on over to the Zenith community where Rohit and other Zero Trust experts are collaborating and sharing their experiences and best practices. So, hey, thanks so much and look forward to seeing you on the community.